Alright, so moving into the next bit, we take that same idea of using a bass line that right, but we're going to move it now. Right, and that's going to be the kind of foundation. So now, open 4 7 4 7 4 7 4 instead of we're playing it there now. And the reason is I'll go ahead and I'll play this next section at a slow tempo for you so you can kind of see what I'm doing and check it out. Sounds like this. Coming from the turnaround where we were before, so I'll start on the B. Alright, so you felt that kind of like real heavy on the downbeat. And it starts with this da-da-da-boo-dum. And what we're doing, we're just kind of up, down, up on the high strings. And then a low string, low, and then up stroke on a high string. And that downbeat, that palm muted downbeat, the reason that palm muted is to separate the sound of the bass, because the bass has this like, you know, like real fleshy, fat, round sound, right? And guitar and comping specifically has a higher, brighter sound. So I like to try to vary that rather than do this, you know. Right? Where everything is the same volume, it totally loses effect. So if you can palm mute on the bass notes, and then whether you're hitting down or up, but the chords should be loose and bright, while the bass notes are sort of palm muted. Not like dead note, but palm muted. So, so up, down, up, and then the bar starts. Down, up. So down, up, 4, 7, 4, and then we hit our E9 chord, which is basically 7, 6, 7, 7. So, and we just climb back down the bass. And on the next one, we slide into that from the fret before. And then another upstroke on the open high strings. And then it's the same bass note. Like that. So that takes up 2 bars. So let me kind of play just the E section, those first 4 bars of the second chorus. Now we go into the A, which is the same exact feel. So we slide into the A. We slide into the A7, which is 5, 7, 5, 6, and then hit open, the same open strings on top. And then after that, so we're basically playing A, and then the bass line is C sharp, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, C, right? And what I'm doing, I'm playing C sharp with my pinky, 9th fret, and then on the next string I'm playing 7, 8, 9, 8, I'm sorry, 7, 9, 10, 9, right? But when I get to this 10th fret with my pinky, I play a G major chord, which is pinky on 10, and then 9, 7, 8. So, and then climb back down. And that's the feel, to get that kind of like gravity in your hand where you're bum, 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 bum. Dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk. That shuffle feel has to be there throughout the whole thing. So, so after we climb down from our G, we hit a low E and then an E9. And then continue our E bass line. 4, 7, 4, 7. And then right after that, so we spend the next bar before the turnaround climbing up to the turnaround. So we go from well, I'll start from the A so you can kind of hear it. So coming out of the A, I hit open and then an E9 and then 4, 7, 4, 7, and then right after that 7, I just take my dominant 7 chord and just climb up to my B. So from the 4th fret, and then I continue my bass line. And then after the climb up, B, 2 hits on B. And then I hit, on the 6th string, I hit 9, 10, 9, 7, 5, 4, 2, and then open, right? So it's like coming out of the A once again. And then, okay, so we hit that, we come out of a... That's basically just an E chord. And I'm hitting the low, and then the high. I'm hitting low, high, low, high, low, high. But the rhythm is different. So it's down, up, down, down, up. So it's like, and then after that, we basically climb up like with our E9 chord from 4 frets below, except we have the bass note climbing up on the 6th string. And then when we hit the E9 on the 4th one, then we switch to the 5th string. So the bass on that climb up, G sharp, A sharp, E. Right, like that. So real kind of from the beginning of that 2nd section sounds like this. And that's where we're going to pick up, starting now. we are going to go into the third chorus, the last chorus, and by now you could tell things have gotten a bit more complicated. We're no longer just playing bass lines, we're playing bass lines with chord hits. And if you can capture that feel, it's huge, man. You can do it in any key. I mean, E is really easy because you can use open strings, but that feel, right? That's where it's at. You know, you get this right? And that pulse, that has to be there the whole time. You know? And even if you slow it all the way down, still has to be there. So make sure you're practicing this with a metronome at a slow tempo and get that feel down. It's only going to help. It's going to make learning this way, way easier, I promise.